And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. So the Atlanta Braves come into Game 4 of this series with a chance to sweep. That's something that's not easy to do at this level against any opponent, Chris.
Well, you know these players are feeling really good showing up to the ballpark today. Warm-ups, batting practice, everyone's smiling, bouncing around, and they don't want to change anything that's helped get them the wins in the first 3 games. A big opportunity today, and they'll try to keep those positive vibes going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Charlie Morton.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
All right, ready to get underway. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
And now Bader up to the plate. That's in there. 0-1. Morton, a former All-Star. He throws a slurve, a four-seamer, a changeup, a cutter, and he works in a sinker. Popped up. Moving under this one. And it's caught for the out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Brett Baty.
Yeah, and for some reason, he's really struggled this year with runners in scoring position, Boog. I mean, he's hitting under 200 in those at-bats, and your team needs you to come through if they're going to be able to raise that average in terms of runs per game. And when that's the case, it really gets in your head a little bit, and you start wanting to avoid pressure situations. If you're doing that, your career is going to go downhill. He's got to find a way to treat it like any other at-bat, but that's obviously easier said than done.
And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. 2 outs, base is empty. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Mets 0. Braves coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and taking the ball for the Mets, Sean Manaea. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Pulls that one foul. Yo, 1. That one fouled off. The pitch. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. Not in time. He's safe.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Greg Olson digs in now.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Ripped on a line. Stewart makes the grab on the run.
Batting third, the third baseman.
Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. It features one of the sport's true superstars, Otis Nixon.
Boy, he's really piling up the ribbies in this series, man. 7 runs knocked in already. You got to give credit to his teammates for getting on base ahead of him and giving him those opportunities. But ultimately, it's on him in that spot to knock those runners in, and he's been doing it.
That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
Well done. Drives in the run. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
1 out, runner at second. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
That's hard hit in the line. And there's 2 away.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 24.
Sanders next up for the Braves. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the top of the wall. Throws to second, the tag, and they cut him down going for 2. That ends the inning, but they do score a run here. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. End of the first from Truist Park. It's the Braves 2 and the Mets not second. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
In the air, right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And there's 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Alvarez measures 5 feet 10 inches, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was born in Venezuela. Just off the outside edge. 1-0. One down, base is empty. That one not close. 2-0. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with them.
Sizes this one up. Nabs it, and there's 2 away.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Ronnie Mauricio now. That's a strike, and it's 0-1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
2 outs. And a foul ball. And the 0-2. Bounce to the right side. In plenty of time to first. And that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 2-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And here's the first baseman, number 27. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. Now a screamer into the outfield. Green makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
He was all over that fastball right there. And tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more,
That's way back.
Lined, and that's a base hit.
He was all over that one. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Here's Sean Murphy. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing. But it's that big arm that really stands out. And there's 2 down. Charlie Morton next up for the Braves.
The pitcher, Charlie Morton.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
At the plate, Otis Nixon. Base hit, and a run comes in. Throw, and it gets away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So 2 on with 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Greg Olson. That one ripped left field. And that ball is out of here. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 6-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That's it for Sean Manaea. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Adrian Hauser.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Next to hit, Chipper Jones. Four runs already in the frame here in the finale of this 4-game set. This one smoked on its way out of here. A gigantic blast. His 2nd homer this series, and they add on. It's 7-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here's Acuna now. 0 for 1 so far. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Number 24.
And next for Atlanta, Sanders. Line drive, base hit right field. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
And now the first baseman, he's 0 for 1. Base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
2 outs, bases loaded. Michael Harris now at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. 1 run is in. Ball comes in. Runner stops at third. Bases still loaded with 2 out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So here's Murphy now. Out there to center. Settles under this one. Brings it in for the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now an 8-0 game. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Now here is DJ Stewart. Morton back to work.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Left-hand hitter waits. Caught him looking for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Brett Beatty getting ready to hit. Hitless last night, and they only scored 1 run. He swings and fouls one off.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
The Mets with a lot of ground to make up. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. One down, base is empty. Stays alive. And they'll do it again. Left-hand batter waits. Struck him out looking.
Batting 9.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Adrian Hauser. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Goes down looking.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back at Truist Park. Here's the pitcher, Charlie Morton.
The pitcher, Charlie Morton.
And a pitch. That's out to center field. And it drops in. And the leadoff man aboard.
Number 1.
So the batting order turns over. And now Otis Nixon. There's a swing and a drive. And that gets down into the gap. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Challenged him with a fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Greg Olson next up for the Braves. He's already homered in this game. This one high in the air to left center. On the move. He's got it. 1 away. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And now Chipper Jones. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive. He's got it. Both runners tagging from second and third. He's in to score the sac fly, and they now lead by 9. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. 1 for 2. On the line, base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's 10-0. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. To me, it's just a really controlled balance.
Joey Lucchesi taking over on the mound. He last pitched 2 days ago. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Sanders. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. That one to first. Diving stop at first. And they get the out.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself. Waves the pitcher off and continues to run into the dugout.
Here in Atlanta, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Francisco Lindor. The pitch. Swings through that one.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Long run, nice grab. And there's one away.
The left fielder, number 44, Harrison.
And stepping in for New York, Harrison Bader. He popped out his first time. Chopped left side. Olsen. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
Shawn Green up now for the Mets. His first at bat was a strikeout. And the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
He goes down looking.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Man at first. And now here is Pete Alonso. Swing and a tapper. Out number 3. Mets strand 1. Not looking good. They're down 10-0. Bottom 4 now in for the Braves. Number 27. The wind and the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. Everything is clicking, and when you're producing more than 2 runs an inning, it's pretty obvious your hitters came to do some damage.
And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So digging in, Sean Murphy. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Brings it in, and there's one down.
The pitcher, number 50, Charlie.
Now it's going to be Charlie Morton. Lifted in the air, center field, and it drops in. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. One run is in. Now 2 runs score.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And next for Atlanta, Greg Olson. 1 for 3. This one smacked out to left center. And it's into the gap. Cut off. Now a throw home. And he's got no chance. He's out.
Now batting, third baseman,
Chipper Jones, the next to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Rips that one to right. Green makes the play, and it's out number 3. So 2 runs in the inning on 5 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We played 4. It's the Braves 12 and the Mets nothing. We're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, these Mets being a little too patient at the plate in this game. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
2 strikes.
That's inside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One and 2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Fly ball down the line. Harris sizing this one up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 away now.
now batting, the center
2
fielder,
outs, base is empty.
DJ
Here's the center fielder,
Stewart.
DJ Stewart. Struck out looking his first time. Strike 1. Stewart in his 4th year, 30 years old now, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center. In the air, left field. Corrals it. And that is that inning. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna.
The wind of the pitch. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Tosses across to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, number 24.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Sanders. Lined into right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Laced to right center, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Michael Harris will hit next. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. To the right side, and foul ball. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Braves strand one, but they lead it by a count of 12-0. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. And the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground, and that's a foul ball. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Jeff McNeil. One out, the base is empty for him. On the ground, right side. Gets it to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. That clips the zone. Strike one.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
The shortstop takes the ball. This one lifted in the air, left field. And that is that. So he's through 6 no-hit innings now. It's the Braves 12 and the Mets nothing. The 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Phil Bickford. Here's the power hitting catcher, Sean Murphy.
The catcher, Sean Murphy.
The pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
And now Charlie Morton, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Couple of singles back to back. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And you know, on mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Digging in, line drive, caught.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Greg.
Now at the plate, Greg Olson. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. So first and second with 2 outs. Chipper Jones next up for the Braves. Base knock center field. Murphy around third. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. And they extend their lead. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
First and third, 2 away. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. 1 run across. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and the lead continues to grow.
Waste no time there. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot. kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
So they bring on the veteran, Jake Diekman. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Sanders. That one ripped right center field. Way back there. Say goodbye to that one. Sanders with his first major league home run, a special moment in his young career, and who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
So 2 down, and here's the first baseman. Back up the middle and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Line drive, base hit. Lead runner around second. And the throw's offline, safe at third. And that extends the inning.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to buck.
Base hit center field. The run scores from third, and they extend their lead. And now a wide throw to third.
Picks himself up an RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And here is Charlie Morton. Swinging a foul, pushed off to the right. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Up the middle. Slings to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But tack on 6 more as they just continue to turn it on in this one. 7th inning coming up. Braves on top, 18-0. At Truist Park, top of inning number 7. Now the left fielder, Harrison Bader. Morton back to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient, take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
That one to first, takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Well, we're clearly at that point in this ball game with the no-no going, and we're anticipating seeing some history. Those infielders right now, they are on their toes, expecting the ball to be hit to them.
Swung on, belted. Acuna going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Two outs, base is empty. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Still no hits on the board. 1 out away from taking the no-no into the 8th. Swinging a high fly ball in the air left field. Harris going back on this one. Grabs it right up against the wall. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. And the batter now, Otis Nixon. And here it comes. The other way. Green makes the grab, 1 down. And the batter will be the shortstop, Greg Olson. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Stewart makes a nice running catch.
Now batting, third baseman, Shipper.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Chipper Jones.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Now that's smacked to right center. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting.
And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. In the air, left field. Bader should have it. And the inning is over. Top of the 8th. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And this lineup is still hitless as we begin the 8th. The wind to kick the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Kicks and fires. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
And down on strikes. That's the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, DJ Stewart. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
And it's strike 2. The Mets with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the 8th. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Foul and miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Sanders.
For the Braves, the second baseman, number 24.
The pitch. Now fly ball to right center. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Number 27.
And now the first baseman, Diekman, a 6'4" lefty, 195 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
And a ground ball to first. And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
I mean, come on, have a game. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now here is Michael Harris, right side. Green makes the catch. 2 away. Man at first,
Now batting,
Sean
catcher.
Murphy. Next up for the Braves.
Murphy.
And there's a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher.
And possibly a double switch coming now as a meeting taking place near the home plate area. Adam Ottavino out of the bullpen now, and he'll go into the 6th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Luis Angel Acuna. He'll move into the 9th spot in the lineup. Charlie Morton next up for the Braves. Lindor. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. Third baseman Brett Beatty. Everyone's attention on the no-hit bid now. 3 tough outs to get. 3 outs from a no-hitter. That one's in there. 1-1.
Can only imagine the nerves that some of the defensive players have right now.
You've got to have the mindset, I want the ball hit to me, but in front of that, you hope that he strikes the hitter out.
Righty to the plate. Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now, Luis Angel Acuna. Lifted in the air, right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down. And now the toughest one is left to get. The final out to complete the no-hitter.
Yeah, and not much we can say anymore. Everyone knows what this situation is, and he's so close, Boog, he can taste it.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. And there it is, a no-hitter.
Congratulations to him. He was dominant all game long. Got some really nice play behind him defensively. It seemed like everyone was on board, pulling for him to finish the no-hitter, but most importantly, get the W for the team.